I'm about to make 99% of you all watching really mad. And I mean really mad. So before we start, I just want to preface this theory by saying that I do not believe it. While certain aspects of it are things that I do truly believe, the actual theory that I will be presenting in this video is, even to me, the creator of this theory, completely unbelievable. This video will be pretty short, hence the disclaimer in the title that it is only a mini theory, but I just wanted to get it out there just for a bit of fun, and because I like pissing people off, it's my specialty, so just strap in. Kickstarting the theory, I'm gonna say something that will already make a lot of people mad. I believe that Gregory is a robot. Now, I understand that this theory is controversial, but I don't entirely understand why. I just wanted to start off the video by explaining some of the things that people mentioned in the comments of yesterday's video, which you should definitely check out, by the way, if you haven't already, as it will greatly assist in you understanding this video. First of all, the continued claim that Gregory having a family means that he's not a robot, but this simply isn't true. My whole theory on Gregory is that Edwin wrote the code about the mimic, and then Michael, who I still believe to be alive, found the code and then used the instructions within it to build Gregory a robotic recreation of his younger brother that he killed, and Gregory is made to destroy the Glamrock animatronics and stop the mimic. However, while the main purpose of Gregory is to stop the mimic, I believe that Michael does raise Gregory as his own son, and I also believe that Michael does have a wife, which is how Gregory has two parents, and that's how Gregory has a family. Because he was built by Michael, who is his father, him having a family causes no problems. Some argue that Charlie didn't exactly have a normal childhood in the books, because she lost both parents and was raised by her aunt, and while that's true, her aunt knows that she's a robot, which prevents the fact that she's a robot from being a problem, just like how Michael being Gregory's father prevents Gregbot from being a problem. Another thing some people believe is that GGY actually only takes place 2 years before Security Breach because Mary Schneider started working as a counselor 3 years before GGY, and Tony only pays attention to the counselors that have been working during the time the Pizzaplex has been open. However, this part is completely disconnected from the Pizzaplex itself, because Tony looks at Mary Schneider's history because she has worked within the time the Pizzaplex has been open. That doesn't mean that she started working as a counselor at the same time the Pizzaplex opened, just that she worked at least at some point within the time span that the Pizzaplex was open. Tony actually says that the Pizzaplex has only been open for a couple years, and the word couple obviously means two, meaning that the Pizzaplex has been open for only 2 years, meaning Gregory would be 15 in Security Breach, which doesn't match. Many people also mention that the static we see from Vanny is only a gameplay mechanic, comparing it to how at the end of every hour, Moon causes us to see stars and stuff around our field of vision, and he probably doesn't actually have stars in his vision. That is a completely understandable and valid point. I don't necessarily agree with it due to the simple fact that it's static that literally blocks our view, and it's the same static as the cameras, which seems very specific, but I get the argument, so I'll let it slide. What I won't let slide though is the recharge station, because Gregory literally gets inside a recharge station alone, while all the power in the Pizzaplex is diverted to the recharge stations. There's really no excusing this. He would be dead, 100%, if he was a normal kid. Some argue that Michael wouldn't know how to build a robot, but who really knows what he's capable of? He's the son of William Afton, who made some very advanced animatronics, and he also goes completely dormant in the story for like 25 years. So who knows what he could have been doing in that time, possibly relating to robotics just like Charlie in the books. He could very well know how to make a robot by the time of the Pizzaplex era. So in spite of the arguments that people have provided, I do still think that Gregory is a robot. However, I do just want to say thank you to you guys for providing those arguments. After all, this is FNaF. The whole series is very mysterious, and theorizing wouldn't be fun if everyone's beliefs were exactly the same. While I despise debating with people, it is important to understand alternate points of view so that we can apply knowledge from them into our own and make informed decisions on every theory. So I say it again, thank you. And thank you to most of you for remaining respectful in your comments even though you disagreed, and I do not use the word most lightly. You know who you are. Moving on though, everything I just said, I stand by. That's all stuff that I do believe. It's not confirmed, but I believe it to be true. However, this next part is what I don't believe, so remember to remain respectful as you listen to this massively strange theory that I'm about to present. So, are you ready? Alrighty, prepare to smash your keyboards. In the Ruin DLC trailer, we find that we play as a little girl named Cassie. Cassie, a very similar name to Cassidy, right? It very much seems like Cassie and Cassidy will be connected, whether through just representing Cassidy, Cassidy possessing this girl, or Cassie being a robot recreation of Cassidy, the latter option being one that I know everyone would absolutely despise. But what if it was true? Think about it for a second. What if Cassie really is a robot of Cassidy? Let me once again emphasize that I don't believe this, so go easy on me in the comments, okay? Just presenting an idea that could potentially work in tandem with my own Gregbot beliefs, but only potentially, and I do not endorse this idea. Not yet, at least. Anyway, as I was saying, In the Ruin trailer, Gregory reaches out to Cassie to come and help him. Whether you believe this to be the real Gregory or simply the mimic mimicking his voice, it's very peculiar that Gregory would reach out to Cassie of all people to come save him, or that the mimic would know that, or that Cassidy actually would. This has led many people to believe that Cassie is actually Gregory's sister. But how exactly would that make sense if Gregory was a robot? Now, as I said earlier, I believe that Gregory was made to destroy the Mimic and the Glamrocks, but since Gregory is Patient 46, I believe that Gregory ended up getting infected with the Mimic. It's very possible that Michael realized this and recognized that Gregory would no longer be able to fulfill what it was programmed to do, and so he built a new robot, Cassie. Because Gregory couldn't stop the Mimic, Cassie would, but then Cassie ends up also being raised by Michael, being Gregory's sister, but then as Gregory grows up, he moves on to the next robot, leaving 12-year-old Gregory behind as the Gregory that we know, and he ends up destroying the Glamrocks, but Cassie was made as a sort of backup. Now she has to come and save Gregory during Ruin, but who knows what she'll be up against. But we'll be finding out this month. Yay. But that's how you piss off FNaF theorists. Suggest robot kids, and the work will be done. But that's the mini theory. Remember that I don't believe it, and I just randomly came up with it. So yeah, I don't believe it, so just go easy on me. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of crackpot theory, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys!